Hello friends, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can separate a vector object and put each part into its own individual layer. So let's begin. So in After Effects, when we import and open up a downloaded vector artwork, you will notice that it's a single layer and you can't do anything with it, because I want those hamburger parts to be separated in order for me to animate every single one of them. So before importing them to After Effects, we will separate those parts in Adobe Illustrator. So let's jump into the Illustrator. In Illustrator, when we import our vector layer, the first thing you will notice is that all the parts are grouped together and they are all in one layer. We don't want this. Instead, we want to ungroup this hamburger and put every single part of it into its own unique layers. So the first step is to right click on the vector layer and choose Ungroup, and then go to the select menu, choose deselect. Now when you click on the hamburger, you can see that it is separated to many parts. So far so good. You can also do these steps faster by using shortcuts. So for example, as you can see, these seeds are attached to the bread and they are grouped together. So when I want to ungroup those seeds, I will hit Ctrl-Shift-G. Now the seeds are separated. Then when I want to deselect them, I will hit Ctrl-Shift-A. That's it. I don't want those seeds to be separated, so I will undo it. Now for the second step, I want each of those separated parts to have its own unique layers. So we have to put every single part into an empty layer. For creating a new layer, simply go to the Layers panel. If you don't have Layers panel, go to the window, select Layers, or select the shortcut button, which is F7. In Layers panel, in the bottom right corner, next to the bin, select this square with the plus sign, which is Create a New Layer. Now we have a new layer which is empty. For our first hamburger part, name this layer to Bread. Now we have to put the bread into this layer. You can do this with two ways. The first way is to select the bread. As soon as you select, we see a tiny color square in our main layer. This means that our bread is selected. Simply click this square and drag it into our bread layer. Now we have an independent layer, which is the bread alone. Now for the second way, simply click on the bread, go to the Edit, hit Cut, select the bread layer, go to the Edit again, hit Paste in Place. That's it. For faster results, you can easily do these steps by shortcuts. I will create a new layer and I will call it Lettuce. Now click on the lettuce, hit Ctrl X, click on the lettuce layer, hit Ctrl-Shift-V. Done. Now this is the cool part. What if you could do these steps with only one button? Well, the answer is you can, with Actions. Let me show you how. Go to the window, select Actions. This will open up the Actions panel. Again, in the bottom right corner next to the bin, hit this square with plus sign, which is Create New Action. Now we have to name our action. I will call it New Vector Layer. I will set my function key to F2 for example. You can also add Shift or Control with your function key, which I don't need it right now. Next, I will hit Record. My steps are now being recorded. Now you have to do those steps that I've shown you before. I will do these steps for the cheese. Simply create a new layer, name it Cheese, select the cheese on the hamburger artwork, hit Ctrl X. Then select the cheese layer, hit Ctrl-Shift-V. Now on the bottom left corner of the Actions panel, select the square button, which will stop recording your steps. Now our action is created, as you can see here. Let's test it. Select this onion and then hit F2. Name it Onion 1 and then hit OK. Done. We can simply create a new layer with independent vector parts with only one button. Let's test it again. Select the second onion, hit F2, name it Onion 2 and hit OK. If you ever wanted to change the shortcut of this action, simply go to your action, double click on it and change your function keys. Now you can see that we have separated hamburger layers ready to animate. Thanks for watching. If you liked my tutorial, please give a like, and if you have any suggestions or questions, let me know in the comment section. God bless and goodbye.